Hello my Pokemon Mustachians, welcome to the Pokemon Top 3 videos where we discuss anything and everything Pokemon.
Hold up.
Today we'll be discussing top 3 jobs that teens, adults, and kids can do while hatching eggs and finding Pokemon. So please enjoy this Pidgeyfest and let's get right into it. At number 3 is house-to-house selling. Do you have a product to sell? Maybe for school, work, or even a hobby? Maybe you just want to go sell something to make some extra cash, or even get that one thing you were been looking for from school. Now that said, this will give you an excuse to go to each person's house to get that Pokemon that you could not get from the street. Now do be careful guys, because if you do go to door to door, there is a chance that you might come into some strangers and some weirdos. But that said, it's a good way to make money and actually get some steps into your hatching game and also see some cool Pokemon. Now that said, let's move on to number 2. Alright, Mustachians, and at number 2 is going to be lawn mowing. And lawn mowing is pretty fun if once you get right into it, you can make some good money. We're going to go over that. There's going to be a little bit of math, so basically, those mathematicians out there, let me know in the comments below what I messed up on. I'm not the best in the world. Now, that said, let's get right into it. So basically, 1 yard equals 3 feet. And if you times that by 3, it equals actually 1 square yard. Now, that actually equals up to 660 feet by 66 feet. So about 726 feet to make an acre about. Now, that's said, when you actually look at that, it's not feet, it's square feet, 726 square feet. So basically, taking that, if you actually put it all together with the eggs, it's going to actually take about 7 acres to get 1 mile egg out there. Now, that said, it's going to be about $315 on an average price of 7 acres because it's $45 every time you do an acre. That is the average natural price that there is right now. Now that said, if you did a 5K eggs, you'll be making about $945 because you'll be doing 21 acres. And if you did a 10K egg and you happen to get lucky to get this many, 42 acres comes out to $1,890, and this is on an average price. Now, that said, this is based off of 1 acre land, so basically, if it's anything less, that is subject to change, and if anything more, that's subject to change as well. Let's move on to number 1. Alright, my mustaches, I thought I might throw an honorable mention in there, and that is actually dog walking. And the reason why it didn't make number 1 is because you can only take it so far from the owners. The owners don't really want you to take it like a mile away or 5 miles away. They want to take you to the nearest park or actually just around the block just to actually walk their dog because they don't want to walk the dog because they have something else to do. Now, that said, for a 15 to 20 minute walk, it costs anywhere from 15 to 17, and to be honest with you, from 30 to 40, it's going to be cost 18 to 22, and for 40 minutes and on, it's going to be 22 to 27 for 1 dog. This will actually double as in dogs, so you could make a lot of money off of dog walking. But to be honest with you guys, these are for major cities, not for everywhere, so that's why it's honorable mention and not number 1. So let's actually move to number 1. Alright, my mustachians, in that number 1 is being a paperboy. Yes, you're probably wondering, why was this number 1? It's because, first off, when you're biking, you're not going over 15 miles an hour unless you're speeding. Now, when you're throwing newspapers or giving newspapers out to people, you're not going to be speeding. So basically, even if you're in a car doing this, you'll be going under the speed limit of 15, meaning that your eggs will hatch all the time and your routes are usually long. Now, that said, you'll be able to go to a lot of places and be able to actually collect a new Pokemon and go to new areas for the Pokestops and so forth. Now, that said, this is one of the best jobs to do because first off, it's in the morning, which I heard, and it's just a rumor, that the mornings are actually one of the best times to actually get powerful Pokemon at Pokeshops. Now, that could be totally wrong and totally random, but to be honest with you, it's one of the best jobs out there to do right now, and it's the most variety of jobs out there for kids and teens. Now, that said, guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought about this top 3. What is your top 3 that you would have actually put in here? What do you like about this video? That's it, guys. Until next time, stay stashy.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my video, so click it maybe.
Oh, you're still here? Don't be surprised if you find something you like. Click that link and maybe subscribe.